Hello everyone, it's Brittany, and today I am going to be giving you the simple, straightforward, step-by-step guide to manifesting absolutely everything. So let me set the scene here. First step, desire comes in. Second step, accept it because you understand if you desire it, it's already a part of you. Remember, you are all things. So desire comes, accept it. Accept that it is yours. Accept that it is already a part of you. Step 3, allow it to happen. 3 steps. The desire comes, you accept it, and then you allow it to happen. So obviously I'm going to elaborate on this, but I want you guys to really understand. It is that simple. It is that simple. And most of us are really, really overcomplicating it and honestly getting in the way. And when you overcomplicate things, you're actually not allowing them to be experienced, to be expressed in this 3D world. So let me back up a little bit. Let's say you are invited to go on an amazing trip with one of your good friends, and your friend says, I am going to pay for gas, I'm going to drive, you just have to sit in the back seat and chill until we get there and go have fun. So it's like, awesome, yes, I am all for that. Okay. The desire came in. Of course, it was presented to you by a person, but that's okay. The opportunity came into your experience. You accepted it as yours. And now your job is to get into the car and allow your friend to take you there. So let's say you're just relaxing in the back seat and all of a sudden you start to feel bumpy road underneath you. And you jolt up and you say, hey, this doesn't feel right. I don't think this is the right way. This doesn't make any sense. This isn't where we're supposed to be going. And your friend says, how do you know? I know the way. I'm taking you the way that I always go. This is the way to go. So you say, okay, all right. And then you relax a little bit again. Then you realize, oh my gosh, well, we've been driving for a while. We must need gas at this point. Shoot, I hope we don't break down. Hey, we need gas. You got to stop. We're going to break down. And your friend says, how would you know? How would you know what's needed? I'm the driver. You have no idea what's going on. Stay back there. So I know this kind of sounds silly, and most of us probably wouldn't be acting this way if somebody graciously offered to take us on an amazing trip and to pay for the entire way there and to even drive us. You know, we would just be grateful for it and we would relax and get excited about the trip to be experienced. But the thing is, this is what most of you are doing in this manifestation game. So here's the thing, guys, and I am going to elaborate on this more in upcoming videos. But as I have said to you before, you are all things. You are all that there is. You are God. You are this infinite intelligence. So from that, you have manifested this human self, this human physical body, to have these experiences with its 5 senses that I said previously we use almost like a virtual reality headset. So you have given this human self, which we believe is us, the ability to have these physical senses or physical experiences, by using the 5 senses that we were given. But it's not the human's job to make anything happen. In fact, the human doesn't even have that ability. So the human's job is to choose what it is that he or she wants, whatever experience that is, and to allow it to happen. That's it. from the moment you choose, it is being done for you. Back to that car analogy. From the moment your friend offered that trip for you, it wasn't up to you in the way that you were going to get there, how you were going to get there, what car you were going to be driving. None of that was up to you. It was up to the driver, aka your true self, you. Some people say your higher self, whatever you want to call it. It is all you. So as the human, we are very limited in what we can perceive and do. So I actually want to read a quote to you guys from Neville Goddard, and I think it'll help really solidify what I am speaking on here. So let me pull it up. Okay, so it says, "It is a delusion that other than assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled," we're going to get to that in a minute. "It is a delusion that other than assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you can do anything to aid the realization of your desire. You think that you can do something, you want to do something, but actually, you can do nothing." I want you guys to really let that sink in for a second. You think that you can do something, you want to do something, but actually you can do nothing. So this is how this works. Your job is to choose. So to identify with, to claim, to get into the state, to get into the wish fulfilled. All of these terms are used interchangeably. So I want you to understand when you hear people say things like, you need to be in the state, you need to be in the wish fulfilled, you need to live in the end. All of that is the same exact thing as choosing your identity and knowing that it's done because you say so. It's all the same. So don't get confused, okay? As soon as you choose that for yourself and you accept that this is now who you are simply because you say so, and you are already all things, remember, you're choosing which part of yourself you want to now experience in this human physical body. You can't do anything else but that. You can't do anything more than that. And when you guys ask me like, well, nothing's happening. Should I visualize more? Should I script? Should I affirm? You can. You absolutely can. But that's not doing anything. That's not making anything happen for you. And in most people that I've spoken to, all it actually does is keep you stuck. It keeps you stuck in the identity of the person that is trying to manifest, that doesn't have what they want. And all that can come from that is experiences, thoughts and feelings, actions and non-actions that align with that one identity. So you will never get to where you want to go if you are identifying with the trying, the looking for, the waiting, the wondering if you've done enough. I know the thoughts are going to be there. And, I think we've touched on this a little bit, but those thoughts are coming from the old identity at one time, and maybe a lot of you still are right now. And so I'd love for you to realize that and shift. You've been identifying with the you that is trying to manifest, that it's been taking so long. I've been doing this for so many years. I've been doing this for X amount of time. Well, I want you guys to understand, there's no past, there's no future, there is only now. So when you tell me I have been doing this for X amount of time, guess what? All you're actually doing is identifying with the you that believes they have been doing this for X amount of time. In fact, you haven't been doing anything. Everything is moment by moment. So I don't care if you believe that you've been doing it for X amount of time. Drop that. It doesn't even make sense when you know that there is no past. Drop that and accept the fact that all that matters is who you are right now, who you say you are now, who you identify with right now. That's it. Okay, when I say allowing, because a lot of you guys have asked me, you say allow, what does that look like? What does that mean? How does that look from day to day? Allowing just means you know that you've chosen, you've decided, therefore it is done and it is being taken care of for you. So now you want to sit back and enjoy the ride. Now, I understand sometimes things aren't enjoyable in the 3D experience, and I'm not asking you to pretend that you like every little thing that you see, but you always want to come back and remember somehow, some way, this thing that's happening is actually happening for my benefit. So I don't need to worry about what it is, what I think it means, because, right, it means nothing. Everything is meaningless. Everything's neutral, has no meaning until you give it. I'm choosing to see everything as working out for me. I'm choosing to see that every single thing I experience is actually necessary, is actually happening so that I can have the experience that I want to have, because I've already done my part. I've chosen it and I'm allowing it to happen. Again, guys, I want to make it very clear. I understand that you are going to have opposing thoughts and feelings, and your 3D world may really look contradictory at times, but that's not the truth. So I want to make it super clear, guys. What you are perceiving from the 3D experience is nothing. It's nothing. So when I say there's nothing out there, there's nothing out there. So when you tell me, well, I chose to be in a committed relationship with SP, and now I see that they're posting photos with someone else, and it looks to me like they're getting cozy together. It looks to me like they like each other. He has his arm around her. She's giving him a kiss on the cheek. Whatever it is, guys. Well, two things. Number one, that's not actually happening. That is a replay on the screen of space based off of where you were in your awareness. So it's not real. Secondly, your 5 senses are extremely limited in what they can perceive. And you are essentially looking through a tiny pinhole, and you are seeing a tiny, tiny, tiny microscopic amount, and you are telling me that nothing's happening or this problem is happening. And you are forgetting about the whole big picture. So let's say you go to a museum with a friend, and you're standing literally this close to the picture, and your friend is standing at a decent distance away, and you guys are having a conversation, and she's telling you, oh my gosh, this is an absolutely gorgeous painting. I love all the different colors and the textures, and wow, they really, really captured the full story in this one painting. It's just amazing. And you're sitting here like, I don't see any of that. I don't see that at all. All I see is muddy color, and it really looks like maybe a leaf. Honestly, I can't tell, but this painting is really, doesn't even make sense. Hi, there's a big picture here, and you're only seeing this tiny, tiny speck of what is there. You cannot judge from that tiny little speck. You can't. You are not privy to everything at one time. And guys, right now in this video, when I'm saying you, I'm referring to your human self, because this is what most of us are daily, identified with, right? So when I'm talking about you, I'm referring to the human you, the human part of you. You do not know what's going on. You don't have access to that information. You never will. And I bet you guys can look back and see that times where maybe you got something that you wanted, when you look back and see how it kind of all came together and played out, it's always like, oh, wow, that's so weird. I really had to be in the right place at the right time. I really had to go through that heartache and that suffering to receive this thing. And I'm just coming up with different examples, guys, but you can always, once you have what you want, once you're having that experience, see the way that it all came together was perfect and necessary. But when you're in it, when you're experiencing it, you can't see. This is how it works, guys. You can't see from where you're looking. So take a step back, take a few deep breaths if you need to, and remind yourself of the truth. And the truth is, I am. I am all that there is. I am God. I am the authority here. I am the only one here. And because of that, I'm the only one that gets to choose. I'm the only one that gets to decide. So I'm choosing to see that all of this is perfect. I'm choosing to see that I am exactly where I need to be at all times. And I know that I am being led in every single moment anyways. So when I have those thoughts, when I have those doubts and worries and fears, when I feel uncomfortable, I can remember who I am and take a little breather. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to instantly feel better. That doesn't mean you have to feel better. It just means bring your awareness to the truth of who you are. So the last thing that I want to mention to you guys is really just trusting in all of this. And you don't have to trust, okay? You don't have to. That wasn't a part of the 3 steps that I gave to you guys. But trusting is going to make it easier for you. It just is. It's going to make it easier to allow everything to be the way that it is. For sure, you're not going to feel like you constantly have to fight against every little thought or feeling or experience. You can just deal with it, feel what you need to feel, and then come back to the knowing that I've already decided. But a lot of people tell me that they don't really know how to trust and they have difficulties with trusting in all of this. And I get that. So what I want to ask is this. Do you trust in your desire? And it's exactly how it sounds. Do you trust that you truly want your SP? Do you trust that you truly want more money? Do you trust that you truly want that car or that house or that lifestyle or that relationship or the health or whatever? It doesn't matter what it is, but do you trust that you really truly want that? And I'm sure most of you are going to say, yes, I want it. I absolutely want it. Well, guess what? Because you are all things, because everything is you, you are the desire itself, then guess what? You can trust in this. You can trust in yourself. If you trust in your desire, you can trust in yourself. And if you trust in yourself, you trust in the process because you are the process. You are all things. You are reality. Okay, guys, I will give you one more thing that you can do. And I'm only mentioning this because so many of us really feel the need to do something. And like I said, it's not you that's doing anything. Just accept that. You aren't doing anything. You're not making anything happen. But in the meantime, while you are enjoying the ride, what you can do is choose to be aware of the things that you want to experience. And what I mean is choose to be aware of love. Choose to be aware of abundance. Choose to be aware of happiness, fulfillment, satisfaction, peace, freedom, whatever it is that you want to experience. Start choosing to be aware of those things. And I mean aware of the presence of those things, not aware of the lack of it in your life, aware of the presence of it. Because going back to the foundation, you are all things. So you are love, you are freedom. You are wealth, you are abundance, you are success, you are beauty, you are health, you are all of it. So choose to become aware of that. Choose to put your focus there when you feel like there's something you need to do, when you feel like you need some sort of control. That's what you can do. But again, reiterating, that's not making anything happen. It's just putting you into the identity of someone who is aware of love, aware of freedom, whatever it is. And that is important because you don't want to be focusing on the lack of things. That goes right back and implies that you are not who you say you are. Because if you were, you wouldn't be focusing on lack. You wouldn't be experiencing lack. That wouldn't be on your radar. Okay, guys, I trust that this video was helpful for you. I am so excited to be getting more into this stuff, and I'm really looking forward to filming the next couple videos that I mentioned in my poll. And I think I'm going to do these polls every now and then because it's kind of fun. It kind of just gets, you know, us communicating with each other, but also I really want to get some feedback from you guys to see like where are most people really having a hard time right now. So it helps me that you guys let me know what you want to hear. But don't worry, any option that I give, I will be talking about those things. And as always, you can continue to suggest whatever topics you want me to talk about. Okay. All right, guys. As always, thank you so much for being here with me. I am so grateful for all of you. Thank you so, so much. You guys are freaking amazing. I'm just like, I'm overwhelmed by all of the support and love from you guys. So thank you so much again. And yeah, I am looking forward to seeing you in the next video.